Hello and welcome to something completely different. This is your first video with me, I am the Social Solipsist, and this is a series where currently I am looking at some current release demos from Steam Next Fest for whenever this is, summer, I guess, or I don't know if it was specifically June of 2026. So whatever order these post in, I'm not sure. I'm probably going to do the same intro for all of them. We'll see. Anyway, I just went through and picked up a whole bunch of different games that looked interesting at a glance, mostly indie stuff that seemed neat or different. And I want to give everything a little bit of a look. So to start off with this game, something that I can see, but you can't, because I always do test recordings on all of these things, is that this game is absolutely destroying my eyeballs right now. I think it's a problem with the HDR implementation they have programmed into their Unity build, because, I am being flashbanged full time at this moment, and that is not being captured in the video at all. Even with my HDR settings, I tried recording this in HDR as well, it doesn't capture for whatever reason. It's only in the actual display. So I don't know what's going on there. Some combination of Unity and Windows handling of HDR probably. So we're just gonna move on, and if this is so bad that I can't look at it, I will play it in the preview window of OBS, which will be funny. Okay. First problem. Continue comes first, but I've never played this before, so I didn't think about it. Continue shouldn't, either should not be there or should be grayed out. There is the indicator that there's a highlight based on the text popping, but the text not popping is not enough of a negative indicator. It should either be grayed out or disappear when you hover over it or something, or like go grayscale when you hover over it, something to indicate that that's not at all accessible. Ideally, it just shouldn't be there if there's nothing to continue. Because if you click on it and nothing happens, that looks not great. Okay, we got some default buttons. That's fine. I'll go with recruit. Why not? Oh, that was a little weird. Okay. Okay, interesting style. And the visuals look fine now? Oh, but they don't look fine in the recording. I may have to try and edit the HDR settings and restart. This is cool though. It's got a fun vibe. I hope this music is not gonna get me dinged. Oh, you're writing a thing. The inconsistent frame rate is not bad. It's a little bit weird, especially when the rest of the stuff is rendered at 60 frames a second, and this game also defaults to running at 120, which is very funny. But it's a 0.1 build, so you know what, whatever. Oh. Okay, having the same bleeps and bloops to indicate that the frog is talking is a little unclear. Maybe it needs just like a switch of pitch to be deeper or something. Prepare to be harvested. Okay. I need your eyeballs. Okay. Alright, this is a little intense, right? Oh. Use... discipline the frog? Okay. I had to... Okay. I'm not sure that... if your tutorial is only to tell me to use one button, but that I have to... Oh, there's a lot of frame tearing as well. I don't think this has VSync setting. Or, no, VSync is on. So I don't know what that tearing is coming from. Maybe it's in the engine. Maybe it's a texture tearing. One of the things they did put in the, like, marketing text for this was that it's something about its camera, dynamic camera, which is kind of an interesting idea, but it's also a little bit... It's a little clunky. Alright. What is my blue bar down there? That blue is also not... those bars should have some sort of outline on them so that they're not against a dark background, and so that the emptiness of the blue there is not black. I also have no idea what the bars are for the dockling. I assume... I don't know why we're counting up, and I don't know what that blue bar is, for, the green blue bar is for them, but anyway. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Striking orientation. Your strikes come in two flavors. Horizontal attacks sweep side to side, great for catching frogs when they dash around you. Horizontal attacks can be jumped over but not dodged. Vertical attacks can be dodged but not jumped over. Hold the direction as you attack to pull out different strikes. Each has its own properties and usages. Mix them up to keep the enemy guessing. Press jump to continue. You've never told me what jump is, to be clear. I'm gonna assume it's probably space. But anyway, I'm having flashes of the Surge 2, which is all right. Well, directional fighting. It's not unique. I've just, you know, been playing the Surge 2. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. In desperate times, you can spend meter to cancel hit stun. While flying back, double tap jump to burn meter and air recover. You'll do a flip and gain a moment of invulnerability. Use it to escape combos and reset the fight to neutral. You can also use it after whiffing a grounded attack. Critical, you can also use it. Okay. Shift plus a directional to dodge. That's a weird... Okay. When you're knocked down, you have options. Attack to whip a wake up strike. Risky, but can catch a rushing opponent off guard. Time your dodge or jump as you get up to evade instead. Useful if you expect pressure the moment you stand. When your opponent is down, they might dodge or jump away on wake up. You can try to anticipate their escape and cut it off with the right move. Okay, lots of terminology being thrown out here. Some of it's going to be a little bit more obvious than others. I am not a huge fighting game... I don't have a huge amount of fighting game knowledge, but I have enough to pick up what a bunch of these terms mean. Some of them, for people who have no fighting game knowledge, are going to be completely obtuse, and some of them are going to be maybe a little bit intuitive with context, but this is also front-loading a lot of information. So, not really giving me a chance to... I don't really like that the camera can just push me out of, like, they can just be off camera completely and the camera doesn't feel the need to follow. That's not ideal. The white dot is your aiming reticle, but you will need to be aware of the direction you're facing as well. Different attacks have different turning speeds and hitbox coverage. Try out normal attacks with left, right, forward, back, and neutral inputs to learn how they behave. Alright, well... Give me a chance to actually try all the things that you've given me so far, because okay, you gotta stop, man. This is too many things. Like, give me a chance to try this. Like, let me get a couple of hits on a guy before you throw me the next thing, all right? Hold dodge and a direction as you land to slide. Sliding keeps your... Here's the thing. It says dodge and direction to land. This is talking about sliding over on the left, but this is talking about blocking and directional dodging on the right. But I haven't even gotten to those. Why are you... At least wait until I finish the ones you've already assigned me, especially the ones you've assigned me but haven't haven't actually explained to me. There's too much going on. Okay. Dodge in a direction as you land to slide. Sliding keeps your momentum and leaves you mobile. Use it to close in fast or weave around attacks. Okay. I don't really like shift as a dodge. Hang on. If I if I grab my controller instead, this is probably going to be worse, if it even works. Any controller support? I didn't see any in the menu, and it's not responding. So oh, I can't open the menu. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, well. That appears to have no control. I don't I don't like how this... Oh, this... Okay, now I'm actually... This would have been the first thing you should get me to play with, especially if you're doing something unique with the camera. Let me play with the camera. But the fact that the camera doesn't stay... That the camera has a cursor of its own, but also... There's an aiming... Well, okay. Fine. Stun percentage. Every stun, the higher the number gets, the farther and harder hits can launch depending on the move. Okay, but you haven't told me where... What part is the stun meter? What part of your interface? Oh, okay. So like a fighting game, can't hit them when they're completely down. Gotta wait for wake up. I am not really liking this aiming. It's a few too many controls all at once. Mostly because the camera position can adjust. Like, I have my hand completely off the mouse right now. That reticle is moving completely on its own. So that's kind of an issue when I'm sort of fighting against the momentum of my cursor as it's happening. The thing is, this guy gets knocked down super easily, so I don't really get the chance to actually try combos on him. So I'm assuming the blue is the... No, the blue is his stamina. Because I just saw it disappear when he dodged. Why did those whiff? And I cannot figure out for the life of me why there's so much screen tearing going on. Unless it's lying and the VSync button actually doesn't work at all. Which I didn't even turn on. It was on by default. This is taking an extremely long time, and I'm actually not sure what I'm working up to. Am I just trying to get up to 100% stun? Is that what that is? Maybe that's it. Wait, why did he do... No, no, no. He was just at 99 whatever. What am I doing? Oh, it wants me to block. That's why. Well, if I'm in a block, can you actually attack me? Does the way I'm facing matter for the block? Come on, dude. There we go. Block by holding left mouse button and right mouse button. Well, that would have been good to know before. Not work if you're turned away from the attack. Okay, this is way too late to be telling me this. This is why there should be an order of operations for how you tell me how this goes instead of just dumping new things on me. Okay. Okay, command grab. Eat shit. Well, okay, man. Alright, real quick, I'm gonna see if I can fix the audio, or not the audio, the visual of this without breaking the recording. So I'll be right back. Okay, attempting to adjust HDR did not fix anything in the recording. So at the end of this, I will reboot the game. I will turn off HDR, then reboot the game and see if it can pick up the, oh, that's a new attack. Pick up the new settings and maybe not start with HDR and see if then, because this is weirdly the visuals at the main screen looked awful for me, but these look normal. But now this looks normal for me, and it looks way desaturated in the recording for whatever reason. Oh, there's aerials. Okay. Air spam, fun. By the way, left mouse button and right mouse button together auto triggers an attack instead of a block, which is fun. So I think I have to hit, yeah, I have to hit right mouse button first, then left mouse button, which is funny, because it really just means if you're on the defensive, hold right mouse button all the time because it doesn't do anything, and then if you want to attack, let go of it before you hit left mouse. Otherwise, just hold it, and then it will start. In fact, I own the dock. Of course you do. I mean, I am enjoying the vibes, but this conversation's kind of a complete non sequitur. Alright, man. I didn't even mean to skip it. I was clicking to see if the interface would come up because I believe the... Oh god, alright. Alright, man, alright, shit. What I was trying to say was I was trying to click something because I believe the button to skip was E, but I didn't press E. I pressed mouse button and it appeared to skip completely. The weird frame rate for the, is that a parry? I feel like that's a system I've never seen before. The weird frame rate on the character animations is throwing me off in terms of understanding how much control I actually have. Where? Okay, I can't even... This needs at least like an indicator or something because of because of the animation, the frame rate of the animations, and that like you can basically have a character almost instantaneously warp over certain distances. This needs some indicator of where your opponent is, which direction they are in. Okay, and that plant needs to go away because it's actively getting in the way of the gameplay. Okay, why is my block not coming out? What is going on? Yeah, again, I don't know where the enemy is, which is a problem. Okay, the combos are a bit much. Yeah, the instant transmission is a little bit unfair, man. Alright, man, yeah, am I just spamming wake up too early? Or I feel like this is a problem with the frame rate, to me, is that I feel like I'm hitting wake up when I should, but then I don't hit it, and I just get hit again. Also, this should really have controller support, but it is a first alpha build, so I get it. Priorities. Okay, again, yep, I'm getting hit on wake up, which I don't understand, because it looks like I should be getting more animation frames, but I'm in the middle of a frame of animation that looks like I'm unable to respond, or like it doesn't respond when I have input. I don't know if it's a me problem, or if it's me not understanding the system somehow, or... What does he do? It seems like he has way more mobility and way more ability to cancel out of his animations. Something's going on that I don't understand, and I think this is supposed to be a little bit asymmetric, but this feels it also just feels like they added a bunch of stuff to an enemy after the tutorial was already complete. I never got to try any of this, you know, try any of this against my other opponent. Well, shit, I was already almost done with him. Okay, what is with these huge hitboxes too? Like that whole circle around him is a hitbox? Alright. I'm trying, part of the problem is I'm also trying to try out combos and abilities instead of focusing purely on ending him, so... Because, you know, I'm trying to figure out the systems. But instead I'm just getting my ass beat. Okay, again, didn't wake up when I tried to wake up, but woke up way, way after. Like a solid... It also just seems completely unfair that he gets to combo me to death, but every time I get 2 hits on him, he's down, and I can't hit him again. Okay, and I also can't do an about face. Like, if he does that overhead and crosses me up, like, I have to drag my mouse to do a full 180. Okay, this dialogue would be funny if it wasn't completely unrelated to what's going on, basically, and kind of killing the pacing, if I'm honest. Like, it's not badly written, it's just completely unrelated to what we're doing, basically, other than giving us a... What? Oh. Well, this I didn't expect. Even though I didn't skip anything, I wasn't... Well, how am I I don't know what my ability... I don't know what my attacks are. This is a completely different moveset. How am I supposed to make informed decisions when I don't know what my moveset is anymore? Also, why does he get a tongue attack and I don't now? Before, I was at least not a frog, but now I'm a frog. Why don't I get a tongue attack? This also feels like it would be a perfect system to have a bunch of charge attacks, but as far as I can tell, there are no charge attacks. Although sometimes I'm doing attacks at different ranges, which doesn't make sense because I'm not pressing anything different. If I press longer or shorter, that doesn't impact it at all. Okay, okay, man. I am also not... These attacks, when I try and do directional attacks, I am sort of not going in the right direction. Which confuses me a lot. And I'm also out of stamina. I'm really confused by this moveset, and how was that not a hit? Why is he constantly outranging me? Wait, is this a... Oh, that's a different thing entirely. I don't think I can block with... No, I can block, but the right click does some... The right click actually does this stomp attack thing, but the game never told me that. And I'm not doing, like I was saying before, I'm not doing directional attacks most of the time. I don't even know how I did that. His hits are so much stronger than mine, and he uses so much less energy than me. And he's got a moveset with much more variety. Alright, I don't understand why I keep doing attacks that, like, basically collide with him completely but don't hit. Also, 3 frames of animation for a ranged attack is not sufficient. Like, it's telegraphed, but I can't do anything about it. There is also, I guess I haven't said that explicitly, there also feels like there is a shit ton of input lag. Not because of the actual input lag, but because the frame, like when you hit stuff versus when you can tell that the animation starts, but usually the second frame of animation is way later than the first one. Okay. I'm not having fun, man. I'm just getting comboed, and See, why does that not hit? What? How is that not... I don't understand at all. At least with the human player character, I felt like I understood what was going on, mostly with the animations. Here, I just feel like I'm playing with an overt downside and no understanding of my own moveset. Hey man, this sucks ass. Can you stop? Why is his recovery so fast compared to mine? Yeah, and I'm out of stamina, so I'm getting wrecked. He can pull out so many more moves with so much less stamina, and I have to... Oh my god. Why is he constant... Okay. Look at his stamina bar and watch how it keeps hitting 0 or very nearly 0, but somehow he's never out of stamina completely. This plant needs to fuck off. All right, I'm giving this one more try, and then I think I might just, Okay, so that seems like it was probably him breaking my block. Hey man, your perfect targeting is really putting into perspective just how flawed the player character targeting is. Well, I didn't... Why... Okay, why did that not come out? There we go, there's something. Why is that not a side attack? That's... Why is this... This should be... I should be doing an attack to the side right now, and it's not happening, and I don't understand why. There, it went to... It goes to the left, but not to the right? What the fuck is going on? Dude, these combos are... Hang on. Is the range of my attack determined by the reticle? No, it's just random. If it's not random, it sure fucking feels random. Okay. Alright, I'm done. There's a good idea here, but that is getting frustrating. The initial delivery of the combat system is a bit clunky. Clearly needs some polish, but obviously this is a 0.1 alpha. Not expecting anything to be any kind of perfect. There are definitely some problems with the fighting system itself and the camera system that I think are kind of critical to address. Purely for a just, you know, approachability standpoint. And the way the combat system is described needs a lot of help on how it's going to be delivered so that it is digestible, especially for anyone who's never touched a fighting game before or only has limited experience. As for the combat itself, there is something there and there's something unique and I kind of like it, but it feels off in small ways for certain things and in big ways for other things. And some of that I am fully going to concede may just be my personal incompetence or my unfamiliarity with being an advanced fighting game player, and maybe somebody with better experience in those realms can either do much better than me and say otherwise, or point out with better distinction what exactly is not quite right. But frankly, that last fight felt like one of those, what do you call it? Felt like a salty bet fight where everybody knows that the two characters are in completely different tiers. I did not feel like I had the same meters. I did not feel like I had the same level of moveset. And I definitely didn't feel like I had full control over my character, because I don't know why, especially for a demo, you would switch characters on the player, especially after you just taught them all the moves with one character and then change their moveset on them. Weird decision. I don't think that's a good choice. But this is interesting. I'm not gonna I'm curious to see where it goes. Yeah. Also, weird name, man. Brekekekex is, or Brekekekex. I don't know how many KEs there are in there, but that's an interesting choice for a name. It's definitely, it'll be memorable, if nothing else. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, 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 it's de Yeah, I think that's about the gist of my feelings on it. I'm going to pause real quick, reboot the game, see if I can show it to you not with the proper color grading, but if... Hi. This is going to be a weird and abrupt cut probably, because when I attempted to reboot the game, it crashed my computer. I mean, hard crashed. I mean, it rebooted itself 3 times before it recovered. So, with that in mind, don't install this. I don't know what's wrong with it, but that's new and unfortunate, and with it having that much of a problem, I don't know what happened. Probably a graphics driver crash of some kind, but it was catastrophic. So, yeah, I'm not going to show you what the game looked like. Just imagine it was a little bit more better saturated than it appeared. Yeah, kind of an issue there. Anyway, I will still be looking out for if this game improves, but ooh, big problem. Anyway, I've been the Social Solipsist, and I'll see you for something different next time.